Peace, something we are all seeking and yearning for. Peace, something we were once indigenous to. Peace, something we have lost along our way. Our way to obtaining knowledge of self. The knowledge of our ancestors who were removed from their natural state. The knowledge of our people who refuse to be oppressed. In our journey, we lost our grip on peace. In a society of pressure, stress, and traumas, we have become comfortable with holding on to the burdens of fear and anxiety, family secrets buried in our DNA. Change within is our only way back to peace. Peace in our communities, peace in our families, peace within ourselves. A major change in our thinking, in our actions, in our existence is needed. A non-negotiable change. Welcome to the revolution with Sister Talibah.
This is an injustice. Bismillah. Peace. Peace, y'all. Assalamu alaikum. It is midnight. And for some reason, I am wide awake. Midnight, early Wednesday morning. And I am up because I need to get this topic up off of my chest. If there is anyone out there that is tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I've missed you all. Thank you for all of you that will watch the replay. I appreciate you. My sister has been very busy, but alhamdulillah, no complaints. Just going through the motions. So thank you for tuning in. And like I said, I needed to get this topic off of my chest. I've been carrying it and it's still with me. And it is definitely inspired by my own personal, really professional experience that is currently going on. So I have come to the realization that when I question my value or when I compare myself to others, then I'm falling into a space of doubt, self doubt, I'm questioning my worthiness. And if I'm questioning it, then I'm not confident in it. Excuse me. I'm not standing firm in my own greatness. I have doubt in how Allah has created me. So, some transparency here, and I'm good with transparency. I don't mind because whatever I can share with you all that will help everyone else, I feel like it is also helping me to heal what is going on within me. So we all are helping each other, essentially. But it came to me, I want to say like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, that I do not have to stay in a space, in a professional setting where my value is not recognized and it is looked over. And at first, I was going into a space of what is it about me? What am I doing wrong? And I think it is actually the total opposite. I think that when you work for someone else in the corporate world, they want you to be a robot. They want you to say and do and move to their tune. But I was not created to do that. I was not created to fall in line, especially when it's not righteous, especially when I know what I see. When there is an evil or there is an injustice that needs to be addressed and needs to be confronted, I refuse to be passive. For some of you that may not know, I am a social worker and I assist individuals and families in the city of Flint and in Genesee County, and actually outside of Genesee County. So we do go beyond the borders of Genesee County into Saginaw, even Detroit, Pontiac, etc., Bay City. So, but a lot of, I want to say the majority of the people that we service are in Genesee County, and of course, definitely Flint, right? And so, especially in the city of Flint, where we all know, a lot of you are very much aware of the injustice of the corruption that Flint is experiencing. And it frustrates me when people give up and say, well, there's nothing that we can do. When I hear management say, just do your best and don't take your work home with you. That's difficult to do when so many clients have the same issue, some worse than others, or worse than others, excuse me. When you have clients that are homeless, when you have clients that have limited income and can no longer afford housing, everything is going up but the paychecks. Groceries are high, consumer energy is high, and it's supposed to go up even more. We all know the state of the city of Flint water bill, one of the highest in the country. Okay. Everything is going up. Rent doubled, tripled. Everything has increased, with the exception of people's paychecks, with the exception of people's social security checks. How do you survive financially in this society right now, and your monthly social security check is $900, and you have to pay for rent, and you have to pay for consumers energy, and you have to pay city of Flint water, as well as you have to buy groceries, and you're supposed to have car insurance, and then there's the expensive price tag of redlining. Car insurance is extremely high in Flint. And let's not forget, for the homeowners, if, yep, for the homeowners, um, property taxes and home insurance. Again, redlining. So, anyways, I am known to have a big mouth, righteously so, in regards to what is going on. And I just refuse to believe that This country lacks money. When this government can print money anytime it wants to, whenever there is a war, whenever there is propaganda or a specific agenda to promote and money is needed, the money is available. But when it comes down to actually assisting people and helping people get by, then everything is cut. Funding is cut. So, anyways, I recognize that there is a price to pay when you stand on righteousness. Matter of fact, my little brother tells me that all the time. He tells our friends that all the time. There is a price to righteousness. There is a price to even striving to be righteous, striving to do right by people. Because everyone simply does not roll like you. Everyone does not have the consciousness of Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him. Everyone does not have the Christ consciousness that Jesus had, may peace be upon him. So I said all of that to say that I was driving home from work and I was really bothered. Like I could feel it in my stomach, right? And I do not like feeling like that. But then, just as quick as I felt like, my mind started that self doubt and questioning, okay, Allison, what is it about you? Or, excuse me, what is it about me? Do I need to fall in line? No, I don't want to. Then I wouldn't be my authentic self. I wouldn't be the authentic person that Allah has created me to be. I would not be the authentic soul that my family, my grandparents, my mother, my uncles have invested in me to be. I wouldn't be true to myself. And I just can't go out like that. So I look at it as that that's my value. I would be suffocating my own value. I would be suppressing myself. How could I ever truly be happy if I do that? So, anyways, just as quick as I was starting to get like deep, knee deep into the self doubt and questioning and all of that, something said, Spirit said, Allah said, build your own table. It's time. It's time to stop falling in line. It's time to stop submitting to fear. It's time to stop submitting to self doubt. And everything that you want to do, the good that you want to put into your community, the changes that you want to make, do it. And it's to the point that when I say do it, when I hear do it in my mind, when I feel do it in my heart, wallahi, by Allah, by God, it's like don't even worry about the what ifs. As a matter of fact, once again, little bro told me this not too long ago. He told me, don't even worry about the what ifs. Don't worry about it. Just make the effort. Just do it. So I wanted to come on here. And really, that basically sums up everything. I really didn't even have to make a little uh, 3 page PowerPoint. But I'm gonna go through it really quickly. Let's see. So I wanted to define value, and this is about the lack of value, and I'm labeling it as mental health, a mental health concern, because we shouldn't be doubting ourselves. We shouldn't feel less than. We shouldn't feel inferior to anyone or anything. So, the definition of value is the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. To look at value, you have to look at values, a person's principles or standards of behavior. If I have a lack of value in myself, then there's going to be a lack of my standards. Standards when it comes to relationships, whether it be an intimate relationship or a friendship or uh, having associates, relationships with your children, etc., family members, colleagues, how you're treated, one's judgment of what is important in life. If I have a lack in myself, then what I deem to be important won't be that important because I won't be able to stand on anything firmly, if that makes any type of sense. I hope that makes sense. It's like everything, when you don't value yourself, when you don't know your self worth, when you are constantly in a state of self doubt, everything, I think your decision making, everything, how you raise your children, your household, how you move in the world will not be at its highest because there's always going to be self doubt. Self doubt is low vibrational, it's on the level of guilt, blame, fear. And I would not be able to be productive. I wouldn't be able to um, produce, to be creative, to perform at my highest God given level. Let me check this chat. Okay. Peace, little mama. Peace, Miss Wanda Smith. And good early morning to you as well. Thank y'all. I know it's late slash early. And little mama, I agree with you. No salaries are going up. Nope. And then, let's not talk about the healthcare. That, uh, yeah, I'm not going to go there tonight. But it's so much going on. So, take the comment off. Again, I just talked about the consequences of having a lack of value in yourself. I just don't believe that when you are in an inferior state, that you will be able to produce, you will be able to move, to think, to love on a high level. Everything is compromised and everything will be performed at a low level state. I don't know how many times I can say that. It's almost like a domino effect. So that's part of the consequences. Now let's go to what the cure is. Now, for a lot of you that may have been watching me since I started coming live, even when I was on uh, the A10 News Media Group platform, y'all know I talked heavily about meditation. So, first, remind yourself who you are at your soul's core. And you can do that by way of meditation, affirming who you are, standing in front of the mirror, looking at yourself. And even if you don't fully believe it, saying it over and over again. I've said this before also on other lives. Record yourself, record your affirmations, record your prayers, record your voice saying uplifting, affirming things, declaring your prosperity, your abundance, your intelligence, your beauty, your everything that is good about you, everything that you want to be good about you, every goal that you have. Even if you don't have it in this moment in time, say it as if you have it, as if you have possession of it, and say it with firmness and confidence. And record it and listen to it instead of listening to whatever else that you typically listen to. Listen to your voice. It's power in that. Listen to your voice talking to you about who you really are. Now, this is another piece of advice that Pastor B, I hear him say all the time. Everyone needs a mentor. We need to have wise mentorship, sincere friendship, sincere, genuine, and for us truly grown folks, we know that sincere friendship, when you have genuine friends, they're just not going to tell you the good about you, what you want to hear. They're going to tell you the raw truth, not to hurt you, not to tear you down, not to break you, but to uplift you. They're going to bring truth to light to you. They're going to tell you, they're going to redirect you, they're going to hold you accountable. That's sincere, true, genuine friendship. Your strong family members. Not all family members are strong. Not all family members are safe. But cling on to your strong family members. You know who they are. Your wise family members. Your responsible family members. You need to really change who is around you, who has access to you. Be bold. Be so bold that you are determined to move forward, even though you don't know how, but you can feel it within you. You can feel it in your heart. You can feel it in your stomach. Be that bold. And let me say this, don't tell everyone your plans. That's nobody's business but yourself. Don't tell nobody what you want to do, what you're about to do, what you finna do. Don't do that. Don't even open up yourself to negativity, to the evil eye, to any type of witchcraft. Because not everyone, and that includes your bloodline, not everyone wants you to be your greatest. So don't set yourself up for failure before you even get started. But be bold, be brave, have confidence. Push through your fears and self doubts. Build your own table. Visualize it in your mind. What you want to do, who you want to do it with, how, the abundance of money, the prosperity of money, all of that. Draw it, write it, keep writing it because it may change. It's going to change. Ask questions, make phone calls. Even if you building your table in your mind, matter of fact, that's where it starts in your mind. I don't care if you don't have a penny in your pocket or in your checking account or in your savings account. Who cares? That will come. But build it in your mind first. Build it in your heart. Pray on it. Meditate on it. Hold on to it. And then when you have your own table, create your own rules. Meaning, whatever business or whatever project or whatever it is, create your own rules that make sense to you, that is in harmony, that promotes balance. And I'm going to say this, and I'm really speaking to myself, but I know this will help somebody else or um, other people will agree with this. But be opposite of what is presented to us in this society, in this world. Corporate America is no, don't fall in line with those same rigid rules. Again, I'm speaking to myself for myself. I have an issue with corporate America, even though I'm right in the smack in the middle of it. Excuse me, y'all. It's after midnight, but I have an issue with it. And I remember when COVID popped off. First, let me tell y'all this quick story. Um, in 2019, in the fall of 2019, I had my last baby, and I was on maternity leave. And right when I was about to come back to work is when COVID-19 was happening outside. It's allegedly started in China from that girl eating the bat, which whatever happened to her. But I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna go there tonight. We ain't seen a picture of her since. But anyways, when that was popping off, I went back to work, and I remember in January. I think I went back in December or January. I can't remember, but I remember it was January. I didn't have any PTO. I remember Genesee County was experiencing its worst flu season ever. And I remember the stress I felt because there was this one week in January where everyone in my household was sick with the flu. Sick, except for me and my infant baby. And then he got sick for, I want to say, 1 or 2 days, and then he got better. But when I say people were sick, they couldn't get out the bed, my husband and my other children. And it was only me and my infant son that were well. I did not have any PTO. I went into the negative in PTO hours. The negative. I spent a week out of work and I had just got back from maternity leave. So that was January. And so we going into February. And then like that COVID-19 is getting more and more serious. Is getting now it's moving into the US. And then I remember I had asked my supervisor and I asked the HR director. I said, what about working from home? Because I was really thinking about myself. Like, if I ever had to experience my whole household being sick again, what would I do? You know what I mean? Everything fell on me. I couldn't even worry or think about work. So they both told me, supervisor and HR was like, no, that would never, ever happen. And child, don't you know, the world got shut down, I want to say maybe a week later. It got shut down and we were working from home. It was like Allah was like, oh yeah, watch this. And I really feel in my heart that that was a space of reset on so many levels. And it was to also reset corporate America, because corporate America is rigid, it is not humane. You know, it's like you put your family to the side and you invest your energy into this business, into this entity. They're using your energy, using it. They're using your talents. And remember, if you all remember that first year of COVID, how many businesses were created, especially in the Black community? So many people started their own businesses. So that's why I said create your own rules. Because for me, I'm definitely having rules that will be in harmony with nature, with family, if that makes sense to y'all. I hope it does. You cannot sacrifice. We live in a society where our children are sacrificed for the sake of money, for the sake of materialism. That's the society that we live in. Other countries, some other countries, and I can't specifically remember which ones, but their work week is only 4 days long and so many hours a day, because your family should come first. Your family is the first community. Your tribe is the first community. So that's what came to me. Build your own freaking table and don't be scared, or at least push past the fear. Don't hold on to the fear. Don't submit to the fear. And don't compare yourself to others. That's another issue, the comparison. When you look at what other people have going on, don't do that. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to us. Everyone has their own assignment in this life, everyone has their own lessons. Focus on yourself. So, that is it. That is all that I have to say. I pray and hope that that makes sense, that this message makes sense. And you may hear it again and again and again and again. Just like a lot of these cures are going to be the same: meditation, affirmation, mirror work, mentorship. Talk to yourself, talk good about yourself. Don't call yourself stupid. Don't say, I'm so dumb when you make a mistake. Don't do that. That's how you learn. When I hear my children say that, I go crazy. When I see or hear my children about to give up on anything, they say, I quit. And I mean, it could be something as simple as them trying to put something together and they can't get the pieces together. And then they say, oh, I quit. I intervene, because you do not ever give up on yourself. I don't care about your hardships. I don't care what your education level is. I don't care how low down you think you are. I don't care about your errors. I don't care about none of that. You better not ever give up on yourself. I will not allow it on my watch. Ask my boys about me. That drives me insane. You don't ever give up on yourself. Yes, you may need to take a pause, to take a step back, to take some breaths, to go take a nap, to sleep, and then come back to it the next day. But you bet not ever in your life give up on yourself. How dare you? Okay, little mama is shown enough active in the chat. The good sis says that's a great idea. Recording your affirmations in your voice and playing them back sounds like a strengthening exercise. Strengthening your mind, body, and soul. And little mama definitely agrees with me. COVID was definitely different. And she also says it was a great reset. It forced families to come together and spend some much needed quality time with each other. Yeah. And then, on the flip side of that, there's also a lot of unhealthy emotional, mental households. Um, but even then, I'm going to say that the reset was just necessary all across the board. But a lot of us, if not most of us in this community, in this country, had a concern about those that were not in the best relationships, marriages, the babies, you know, what they were being exposed to. Because when I think about like the families that I serve, when I think about the babies that are used to going to school, a lot of them are look forward to go to school because it's the continuity of care. They know they're going to get fed. You have your breakfast, your lunch, and maybe some snacks. Um, you know the temperament of your teachers, your peers. If it's cold out, you're going to be warm in school. It's safe for the most part. You know what I mean? So, there was a concern about the babies, some of the babies, but the reset was definitely needed. I agree with you, little mama. So, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for listening. And thank you all who will watch the replay. I'm going to get off so that I can go rest. And I pray that we all stay safe. And my prayer is that we all begin to really and truly believe in ourselves. If anyone needs to reach out to me for any reason, please do so. You can directly message me in my Facebook inbox. Send me a message. That just came to me for some reason. So, anyways, I love y'all. Y'all be safe, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.
To hell with those damn willow trees. We don't give a damn about them willow trees. We need clean water, a public safety plan,